I wanted to have a video yesterday, but had some things going on. But the market, awesome. I mean, it's finally, we got a real nice little, it's not in correction territory, but a real nice move down. And for all of us that are kind of short this thing, really nice moves, profited on all that. I mean, the funny thing is about this isn't it. This isn't the big swoosh down. This isn't the collapse. You can look at the Treasury market and you see that. This is just off of chatter from the Fed possibly raising rates. They haven't even done anything. They're still in QE. Look at their balance sheet. It hasn't contracted at all. It's gone up since even when they talked about tapering, even when they started supposedly tapering. So, I mean, that whole QE program is supposed to be wrapping up here shortly, but who knows? You got to keep an eye on that balance sheet, but that's the only part of it. And I'm losing light here quick. But the secondary part of that is the fractional reserve system, which goes into the bank. So unless they're going to raise some reserve requirements or whatever, there's still that loose money out there. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this more pragmatic. I'm not going to give you any stock tips or anything, or how I'm shorting this market, how I've been shorting it in various ways and still being, semi-profitable. Granted, I don't have a whole lot of money in there making a whole lot of money, but it's just enough for me to make a living. But what I've done is I've been in these short names or shorting in various ways through whatever ETFs or whatever and selling options against it. But that's what I did that. I bought some, and in fact, I went ahead in the morning and I bought call options on another short ETF, and it ran up like you wouldn't believe. Because when they had that first initial pop, it ran up. And then I went ahead and just closed out that position. And then this is the only bad thing about doing that strategy, is on one of my positions, I got called out because I was selling calls against it. It was short, and it just started taking off because of how the market's selling. And the reason why it's taking off, because it's really not that big a move in the Dow or the S&P, 1.5, 1.9. I didn't even see what the end of it was, but few hundred points or whatever it was. There's just a lot of negativity there. And the volatility shot up. Like, there's a lot of, all of a sudden the market just turned, super cautious about things. So I actually got called out on one of those call positions. I did another call spread to save me some more money. So I closed that one position and then did it again and just thought I could maybe keep it. And I was, playing with fire, and I got called out, but I still have a position on there. But here's what I'm looking for in this next week. The Treasury market didn't collapse or anything. You just had, in fact, you had some bond buying, some Treasury buying, and we know how insane that actually is. So, in this instance, we look for what we call a bear market rally, another rally. Because you got all these shorts, were like myself, and I actually covered. Like I said, I covered on some of that, which in a way I'm short. I'm not necessarily actually shorting, like selling shares that I don't have. I'm just utilizing other means to do that. But there's a lot of guys that do that. And I didn't see them covering. You didn't have any of that rally. And I don't think they wanted to be, I think they were comfortable being short throughout the weekend. And I mean, I am too. I've been that way. But there could be a bear market rally. I hope there is, because I want to get short again. I want to get those positions back that I just lost in an advantageous price, because we know what's happened. The Fed hasn't done anything yet. They're sniffing, and people are flinching. So once we start tightening policy, if they ever even get to it, we should see some real moves. Once you start getting these bubbles pricked, and those companies that are thriving off this cheap money, once you start seeing those things start falling, then we're going to have it. Then you're going to have that big move, and you're going to make, that generational money, hopefully, if you're set up right. But anyway, the last thing we talk about is cryptocurrency, which I don't know what's going on in the crypto markets, because supposedly they are supposed to be inflationary hedges, but they are selling off significantly with this sell-off. Whereas like a gold and silver seem to be more steady. And you want something, and not that it wouldn't go decline, there wouldn't be some correlation with the market, but typically like gold and silver, you have if the market declines, it declines less. Or if the market goes up, it might go up less. You know, that's just what it does. And in an inflationary collapse or whatever in the market, you would have gold just holding more of its value and outperform the market. But for some reason, like Bitcoin's just getting slaughtered, man, and some of these other cryptocurrencies. So I've been in Tether, which, you know, that's specious in itself, because I don't really know if they really have all those dollars there, but it is supposed to be one-to-one peg, and I've, you know, kind of held it there just in case I can go into different cryptos, but I'm completely out. I've been out for some time now, and getting ready to either move that into more investable assets, you know, trading, getting short the market. Like I said, not investment advice, but the crypto market is very interesting right now. Like I said, there's value in crypto for me primarily in moving wealth across borders, but it's also can be utilized if it is, you know, because FedCoin, that's what they're talking about. There's a paper that came out. They don't know what, you know, what's going on, but it also can be utilized for surveillance. But anyway, that's it. We'll see what happens starting Monday. Hopefully we'll get that bear market rally, and we can put some more positions on, and then just watch how all this craziness starts unfolding. And then we can talk about how this really is bound for a collapse further on. But anyway, I'll talk to you later. Peace.